Hi, how is everything going? This is a brief encouragement. Take the bitterness out of your portions. Stop comparing your load with others. It is always very easy to think this person has it better than me, that person has it better than me. You see some families and they tell you, I don't have an auntie, I don't have uncles, I'm alone. In a way, the loneliness that you feel and the isolation makes up for the problems that the people with family go through. We all have to pay the price for the portions that we have found ourselves honing. We just have to learn to make the best of it and embrace it. Be who God says that we can be. It's no excuse. You don't have a father, you don't have a mother. There are people who have parents whose parents destroyed. There are people who don't have parents and have done well for themselves. Whatever it is, the excuses that we may think, maybe I'm the only child of my mother, I'm lonely, I'm this. But when you go into families sometimes, you see what people with brothers and sisters go through. There is no portion that is perfect. We are humans, and so we keep looking for what could have, would have been better than where we find ourselves. Make the best of life. Make the best of life. You like it or not, tomorrow morning will get done. And the dusk will come, and it's going to be another day. I don't know if you're getting me. When I think, like I said the other time, of the people that have gone, I realize that the world did not stop. I don't know where they are or what they're going through. I pray they're in a better place with God. But it's you and I now. It's our turn. It's a turn. I'm here in California, and even with the way things are at this hotel, Marriott Bonvoy, you press your own key. If you know how many of us, almost 1,000 of us here in California, but they separated everyone. So you are not even like roaming around going to see your roommates, your classmates, your workmates. You must learn to walk in this life alone. You have to find the strength to stand by yourself, stand alone. It doesn't mean that you're lonely. You use it to arrange your life, to be a victor. And that's why you see me advising the younger ones. A lot of people think that youthfulness is about making mistakes and messing up. Yes, when you do that in the journey of life, it's acceptable, but not when you deliberately, I just want to take some time out of college. And all you do is just jump around, walk around, fuck around. By the time you will realize how much it takes to navigate in life to be called a winner, to have stability, be able to tend to your children, I don't think you imagine yourself in your youthfulness right now, to imagine yourself ahead of time, how it will feel, how it will be for your children to be driven from school, how it will feel for your children not to have shoes on their feet. I don't think you know how painful it must feel to watch your children with tattered clothes and less than standard. I don't think so. Because if a lot of you youth think ahead of what it will be like to be seen as an incompetent parent, you will know that you need to start making room for the good life you will live in future without leaving it to chances and lotto. Reality of, I'm working towards my life, I'm working to be a better person, and these are the steps I need to take, the sacrifices I need to make. But no. You listen to all the stupid amo yaoshi, antioshi, brodaoshi, amo baba jati jati. Dabinshewa, looking for tools and devices to destroy other people's lives for easy earnings. Nigeria is a huge community of blackmailers. And because of the decency we have in society, a lot of people keep quiet until they're almost killed or dead. Until people like Faramade Alashuadura, Olushola Yusuf, Lizzie Anjorin, and all those people started standing up and saying, no, this can't go on. Society has to be clean. No, we cannot make it all clean, but in our own little ways. You know, there are things that have happened on social media. I try not to be part of it, but Pella won my heart because he wanted that, and he knew that that guy, in fact, until I started seeing the comment, I never knew who he was or who he is. I show speed. There's nothing remarkable the guy has achieved. It's just one of you guys that got lucky, like Kata Efe. Nothing remarkable in your records, but because you have followership. The only person I see using their followership in Nigeria well is VDM. You want to talk to your politicians, to your government? You that you just became sensationalized overnight. As if it was your great-great-great-great-grandfather that's been living better than you. A lot of you come from Rale family. No name. Social media gave you relevance. And look at the power that you wield over other people, over your wives, over your friends, your children, your business partners. No forgiveness, bitter, pompous, vain. And you want to talk to your government. On that note, I would like to congratulate the Tinubu government that you've done a good job. See, the people that you are ruling over don't know what time of day it is. They are busy and being entertained with I show speed that contributes nothing, absolutely nothing to society. And they're killing themselves to be number one on social media, but then nobody is registering. Next year is the election, and they all say they are hungry. No, they are not hungry. You don't know what time of day it is. Look at when Lizzie Anjorin came out and started explaining herself. And in Lemani faves, unlike some of us, if it is my mother that has done that, I will still be able, even if not to your faces, call her inside. But mommy, and if you ask my mother, she's not dead. A few times I've told her, Mom, you can't do that. But no, because they're your friends, they're your family, your brothers and sisters, they're never wrong. Yes, they're wrong. I can be wrong. Nobody is right. I'm a psychiatric nurse MP. So the way that I address psychiatric issues, mental illness, is not the same way that other people will or fighting people will. The people around somebody that has a mental illness must recognize that it is not when you walk naked or tell you. No, it is your thought process that is thwarted. Your ability to control, to have boundaries, is what is warped. There are lots of functional people, just like functional alcoholics. They drink, they get high, but they can function. They won't even get into accident because they are heightened vigilance. Pella went there. He knew I Show Speed was going to reject him. When you want something bad enough sometimes, and when things like that happen, I have a performing artist as a son. I remember one day when I turned on my Facebook and I saw him in front of Davido's hotel playing a boom music and asking that Davido give him attention. When you want something bad enough, you go for it. People may laugh at you, but rejection, my brothers and sisters, my fathers and mothers, rejection has its own lessons. And if you use that shame to rebrand yourself, to grow yourself, you will leave those that are laughing at you stagnant in their position, and you will make it up high, because there are people that would have seen that pain you suffered, that are even bigger than the person that rejected you, that would open up the doors for you. We are all acting bigger than we truly are. No. This contract that I came, I've been home for how long? I've been home for 6 going on 7 weeks. I'm a registered nurse, Mokawe. But I said me only for Boucher. I challenged God to let my brain speak for me. Let his mercy speak for me. You think it is easy? I bought the ticket to come 2 days ago. One cancel and gave me hundreds of in-services. I don't think I've slept. Sorry, I've been up. In fact, did I go to bed? Sarah had to be telling me, Mom, go to bed and address this issue with your clear eyes. And that was at 1:30 in the morning. By 3:30 in the morning, Mutiji Musari lo si airport ni lati lo make it. When you want something, it is not the people you want it for that will bother about you. If you need to go to a higher place, it is not the people that are going to bless you that should worry about you. When they shut the door against your face, it is not the people that shut the door that you should be worried about worrying about you. All your friends will be laughing at you. How Nitijo, I can't do it. Oh, if I want something from somebody, is it God? Let him go. Forget him. Go somewhere else. Forget her. Even if you are going to let go of that ground, you must not let go in a bad light, in bitterness. You must not let them see that you are upset. Ken Morris. I say, if you are knocking on a door, you must not let the person know, so that when you will want to go back there, just in case where you think is an alternative fails you. I wrote over 15 applications. I answer back every one of them. Even when I got this contract, I would tell them, I said, I'm so sorry, but I was in the market for 6-7 weeks. And you know, now I found something. I hope we can work together. The problem with a lot of you, you have the heart of God, I keep telling you, but you don't know how to honor it. The difference between you is assuming that the person that is rich is pompous. But if they were as pompous as you say they are before they got to where they're going, they wouldn't have achieved what they have today. And an example is Sir Adeleke. And the same thing with Otedola. When you are in their presence, you almost want to think you are in the presence of your driver. Because there's nothing fantastic about them. Well, gold to Sonu because they're not selling it. People like Lizzie and Johnny are young and vibrant, and they're, ladies. So, and she's selling because she knows what packaging. And she's not selling to me. I can't afford what she's buying. She knows her client. But it's nice to see that beautiful woman. But you, the child of the poor, every day you dress like you have already, if that was you, Papa Adeleke, that Ankara, you will not wear it. No wonder. Ti Davido ba sáré lọ síwájú, a tún sáré padà lọ sẹ́yìn, because ó ní anchor. If you want something bad enough, don't be deceived. It is not trying to figagbaga. But those who already have it, don't think it's going to get you anywhere. And I heard Blessing CEO saying, Daddy, we need you to come and speak to us. Speak to you. What did you do with all the people that's been speaking to you? There is nobody in Nigeria that can say they are short of advice. What our parents and our friends and people are good at doing is giving us advice, even the ones we didn't ask for. Now, if they are good or bad, it's different. Sir Adeleke, in the mighty name of Jesus, Mofi Benyo, Papa, the Nigerian crew these days are vicious. If they can try to turn Wizkid against Fela, you know that is the height of the evil. Because when you push, I will hit back at you with what I know will hurt you. If that was Wizkid and I having a fight, and he said your father, it wouldn't have hurt. Perhaps he lost his guard. But we cannot sacrifice him. Did Wizkid write your father's name on him as tattoo? I'm just asking. Is it your father's name that he wrote? Does Seun have his father's name tattooed on his skin? I'm a Fela girl. I've sat and eaten in the same bowl with him. I've sat and sang on stage with him. The last time I did that was with Michael Cree at Night Shift, when I did backup singer for him. I know the people that were rolling in that circle to the ex-girlfriend that Femi would have married. Shade that does hair, Papa Ojomo, Uncle Rashid Chitabe, all those people, Uncle Wale Buckner, all of them. You all are just looking for monetization, so you bring people out. Safela will never be anybody's rally. And if you don't know anything else, Wizkid might have pride, but it will never, ever dishonor. It is you, the Nigerian crowd, you, the minions and the throws, looking to sell your products, looking to make monetization, that are trying to scatter this family. What else do you want? Didn't Sir Femi and Anikulapo Kuti come out to say his family? Didn't Yeni put in a good word for Wizkid? But no, you have to stretch it. Every mistake in the Nigerian scenery now, you stretch it for your own monetization. You don't give a hoot about Safela. You don't give a hoot about Seun. Neither do you give a hoot about Wizkid. You are just making noise, trying to make money. Even a mad person knows that you cannot play with Fela. I have more than 20 people in my personal circle. They don't listen to anything but Fela. Even the gentlest of them, Christian, Muslim, across. Chris Okotie's favorite music till tomorrow is still Fela, and he's a pastor. Don't dramatize everything. Fela is not a legend, he's a god. To those who know his music, he's a prophet. Like your Solomon and your Peter and St. Paul that you hang up there. Because I don't know them. But you see, the FC crew are acting their age. And we, the OGs, don't know how to pull them close and say, come, let me school you. Not to shame you. Because I have taught us on this hair that I've learned. My little grandson is 3. If I'm talking to him, I say, come on, please, Vision. He said, no. Please, Vision, no. I'm having to teach him to say, when somebody says please, it's a time to extend the olive tree, the olive branch, to be kind to them. Kilun Shewa. What is wrong with us, Teju? Blessing, why have we become so cold and callous? What is under the sun that the eyes have never seen? What is new in the sense that we chip in each other? We don't know. Latifa Shashiri Borawa. Yes, it is true. Wizkid may not have released any single since 2019, Essence. But how many millions of people in Nigeria will never make it as much as Wizkid has? I'm not here to fight for anybody. I'm just saying, if Wizkid were your child, even if Burna Boy were your son, would you now, because of that, tell him he should not look back? How come? Why do you think they poison each other so much? This Shino, or whatever his name is, this boy that died, this Fuji guy that died. If you don't know, Ayinde Barrister was my uncle. Ask Mama Akim. Anytime I go, they play his music, I still cry, because he used to call me Obinja number 3. When we do things, it's not so that we can compare. Outsiders can do that. But people who are wise know that there are lots of people that will never get to where you have gotten to. If you don't, you turn to blackmailers like Iyabo Ojo and all these other people that think they can hide under Gistlover and come for your children. Kindness has never hurt anybody. And when people make mistakes, we don't become Daddy Freeze that capitalizes on every story and twist it. A lot of these people, they are nothing in their lives. MC, sit on social media. That's all they've ever done. No talent, no special gift. Just capitalizing on social media. I just let them step out and come make it out here like you and I. Kindness will never grow old. If Sheun doesn't know how to talk to his father, I talk for Fela. Was not an ordinary man. Abameda. Some people said that's how he was going around with women. Yes, Solomon. How many wives did your Solomon in the Bible marry? How many wives did your prophets in the Bible marry? So you don't know how to take the good part that somebody has fought for. Them kill my mama. Then kill my mama. What? All those things he went through. That is why people like VDM are saying there are no leadership in this generation. You're not ready. You're not ready. So I'm out here today telling all those people that are 40s and 50s and hoping that no. Just teach your children. Teach them how to win in a losing world. I don't think you get me. Teach your children how to win in a losing world. That's where it has come to. Because there's no way we're all going to win together. Not in this generation or the one after it. Teach your children to be strong, especially if you have 1, 2, 3 children. Be a little tough and strong with them. Let them understand what it is, how they need to say no when other people are saying yes. How to hide their potentials from other people that could be jealous of them. How not everything that is coming that you tell people that are around you, you don't announce your success. That's all I wanted us to know. I'm telling you that you must learn to win in a losing world. Please. A lot of the people you know want you to do well. They want you to do great, as long as you're not doing greater than them. Let me repeat that. So many of your friends and family members don't mind you doing great. I'm not saying, well, doing great, as long as you are not greater than their children. You are not greater than them. You have to learn to walk alone. Not because you're lonely, but because you have so many friends. And you want to be useful to them. You run inside to strengthen yourself. Go duro, go for yourself. There's a time and a place for everything. I'm alone in this room. There are more than 5,000 people down here at the Bonfire. Lots of people, but they're living their lives, and I'm living mine. Let me tell you. Okay? People are living their lives. It doesn't matter the bright lights around where you are. You must always think, which one is my portion? So, I'm not going to take too much time. Use that example. If you want something bad enough, go for it. If you make mistake, come out. Just say, no, I didn't mean. This Wizkid has Fela's tattoo on his hand. I want to tell you a short story. When Thames came to Houston to record Essence, we didn't know who she was. My son picked her up from the airport, took her to the studio. And when Essence became big, and Wizkid came to Houston and went to see Bills at the studio was one of the happiest moments in my life. In there, I saw him take pictures. Of course, Sarah is the head choreographer for Davido's team. How do you think people that know all these people react compared to you that are strangers? Then somersault. Have you forgotten that most of these circles are friends? That they're not just strangers one to another. I remember the clash I had the first time I went home, because I was upset when I left Nigeria with my dad. And I'd gone to my mother's place, and my sister, Abikem, and Madame Crane, saw me and said, have you gone to see Daddy? I said, look at me, what's my business with him? And she got really mad. Bàbá àti ìyá tó bí wa à ń ṣẹ̀wọ̀n. Ṣé ẹ fẹ́ sọ fún mi pé ṣé wọn ò ṣẹ́fẹ́ lárí ni bó ṣe jọ́ lọ́hùn tó? You want to tell me pé Sáfẹ́mi kò ṣẹ́fẹ́ lárí? Fẹlá fúnra rẹ̀ tá à ń pè ní abàmì ẹ̀dá will tell you that he is a man. It was simple. That was the easiest. You know how many people were living in his house? It was so simple. Pants àti ṣòkòtò ló máa wọ kiri. From trying. We perceive him as God because we had the privilege of his music. But it was not just God. He was a man too. Tẹ́ bá tiẹ̀ torí ẹ̀kọ́ dárí jewé. Ẹ̀kọ́ tẹ́ jẹ nú ẹ̀ ṣé wé lẹ jẹ ni. Ewé kọ́ lẹ jẹ, ẹ̀kọ́ lẹ jẹ. Don't be overly sentimental and stretch these things beyond what it should be. I promise you, Sheun cannot stop Wizkid from going to shrine tomorrow. Femi cannot stop Wizkid. Yeni cannot stop Wizkid. Tó ẹ pé Ṣọlá wà láyé ni, the one that is dead, the lady, kò sí. If Fela fúnra rẹ̀ bá wà láyé, because it is because of Wizkid and those kind of people that Fela walked the earth, not because of you, millions and pounds on social media hiding behind your keypads. Fela didn't walk his walk, sing his music, get to fight for liberation because of you living in your living room and concerned with yourself. He did it for the perception that the world can see Nigeria as worthy. Do you know how many Oyinbos came home with him on his street? Toma Bawa. The days of Mufu Camp, Akitelo, Peshe. You won't know, you won't get what I'm talking about. Because awa leman pe la won mo to sale, e la won mo Fela. Fela náà lẹ wá bọ́ sórí kíní tẹ́ ń jà. Tẹ́ fẹ́ bá yé aláyé jẹ́, tẹ́ fẹ́ belittle gbogbo effort tí èèyàn bí tí ń ṣe. Ṣó jẹ́ tẹ́ bá ya wèrè, ṣó jẹ́ kẹ́ máa compare Ṣeun àti Wiz, àbí kẹ́ mọ̀ pé ẹ̀gbọ́n àtàbúrò ni wọ́n. Mo ń bèrè ni o. Because you know, if nothing else, Safemi knows how to talk and Yeni is not deaf. This family have pulled back. But you on the internet, it's sad how you capitalize for monetization's sake. Amirata also has speak the truth. The only thing I enjoyed so far in all of this discussion is the homage VDM paid to Fela, bringing back his works and stuff. But easy, Otito, enough. Let the elders in the industry call them in and settle this mess. We don't need the distraction because Baba Tinubu àtàwọn ṣèyàn pàtẹ́wọ́ fún yín ni. You're distracted from the core things that can affect your lives. I'm going to let you go. So Pella, actual speed is not the end of the world. And if people had not been telling him about maybe you are not worth it, you just make noise, what do you have? You don't have talent. Build yourself. I told you. The last time you had that incident, Pella, build yourself. àìmọye olówó tábùkù ń kàn. It's not your money that gives you grade. Your money will give you grade in the presence of people, but on the world stage, can you hold that position on the world stage? No. You are local champion, TikTok champion. I want you to be more valuable than being a TikTok champion. I said the same thing to my son. I said, we all have to. There's room. Emi gomishe wai. California champion, Emi. Mo Houston champion. For you to be an international champion, it takes more than money. It takes brain. You have to fulfill the need that people who matter have, not the useless people. Don't come for entertainment. Caras mind don't waste life. We all need to do better. We all can do better. We all can do better. We all can do better. I'm going to let you go. Tejo, I hope I see you soon. I'm coming home. Traveling, I'm going to see me. I didn't want to take this trip, but I needed to. Kimaba hand up Labe Bridge. That's the truth. We talk and ultimate. If Burna Boy doesn't sing anymore today, if the royalties he's getting is not going to be enough. I'm shocked, but he has tied his money in other areas. Like Beyonce, Onshe housing, real estate, Onshe moto. Because see, nobody becomes a millionaire doing one thing. That's the problem. You want to sit down on TikTok and just think you can make it. You can't sustain it. There's a time and a place. Divert your investment while you're still burning up there. Use your money. Diversify. Diversify. I saw Kemi Olunloyo come out and started to talk under her charade masquerade again. One fair payo, one fair poison. These people, you all just think you can talk because you can speak English. English is English is Aye me ati ko 49 stories. Nínú 50. Kennedy. Tí English bá ń jẹ́ kéèyàn jẹ́ káyé ẹ̀dá ni. Aye me ati ko 99 stories. A little humility. Stop listening to those people. You know them. You know Kemi Olunloyo more than anybody. You know Iyabo Ojo more than anybody. You know all these people more than anybody. But the Bible says you are cursed. Some of you. Because these are the end days. You have itchy ears. Okay. Gbogbo nǹkan tí Kemi Olunloyo sọ pa Davido àti bàbá yẹn. Báwo ló ṣe affect me? I'm trying to break it down. Gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ tí Seun àti Wizkid ń fà nsìn. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́, báwo ló ṣe affect rent mi? Àìníṣẹ́ fún 6 weeks Kenny. Mo ní gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ tó ń lọ jákujàku lórí internet nsìn àti Pella tó fẹ́ para ẹ̀ lórí pé kò rí show speed. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́, báwo ni mo ṣe lè fi sanwó kánòtì mi? How do these stories affect your life? That is why you see people running from here. Tọ́wọ́ mi bá ba nǹkan tí mo fẹ́ díẹ̀ nsìn, to see me ẹ fẹ́ lè máa gba tíkẹ́ẹ̀tì. Tí mi ò tajà, tí mi ò wá defend the case. Kò sí nǹkan kan tí mo ṣe lórí internet. Your news doesn't affect me. Eléyìí tí mo sọ gan díẹ̀ lẹ máa rí mú kúrò ńbẹ̀. Our real lives are waiting for us off of social media. Please. Ọlọ́run á kọ́ wa mọ̀ ṣe. Yoga. Elizabeth Adele Oshire. Kenny Magbala Gonsin. Okay, love you. Ire o. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ o. Gbogbo ala ní dára wa. Papa Felagun ní fẹ́ kẹ́ fi achievement ẹ̀ kẹ́ fi over kẹ́ fi eradicate Wizkid. Ayé aláyé ò ní bàjẹ́ lọ́wọ́ wa o. Olúkálùkù ṣiṣẹ́ tó ṣe ni o. Àṣìṣe débẹ̀ ni. But bàbá on fi kú wo orun ni. Oh, come on now. Ẹ tẹ́ kó tẹ ọ̀rọ̀ rúrùn sí ẹnìyẹn. Ọ̀rọ̀ rúrùn nìyẹn. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́, ó sọ̀rọ̀ kanra ni. Ẹ̀yin náà mọ̀ pé kò mean ẹ̀ because he can't defend it. And I can't defend him in that way. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́, gbogbo wa náà la máa ń ṣe ń gbà mí. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ nítorí Ọlọ́run. Ẹ fi ayé ọmọ yẹn sílẹ̀. Ọ̀run fẹ́. Ẹ lọ gbọ́ nǹkan tẹ́ bá máa gbọ́, kò ń ṣe dandan. Please, if that was your son, and even if Fela was my father, if it were my father, mi ò ní jẹ́ kán fi history bàbá mi ba yà láyé jẹ́. Especially when he loved him so much. Wizkid has the tattoo of Fela on his body. Ó nífẹ̀ẹ́ débẹ̀ ni. Kí Ṣeun tó lè trigger ẹ̀ kó tó lè sọ̀rọ̀ sí Fela. Ẹ lọ bá Ṣeun náà wí. Àgbàyà ni. Ẹni kò tẹ̀ jẹ́jẹ́. Your girl, Elizabeth Adele Oshide. Iriel. May God help us all. But your election is coming in Nigeria. We're not living in the same geographical spaces. You keep using what we're doing abroad and speaking from safety, much more safety than you are, to judge and put your life. If you distract around you, and tell one Nigeria, share what I share. There's a lot of work. We're not living in the same world. Please understand that. You have work to do in Nigeria, a lot. Kema batika benu. Tori along. There's work to do. Ariel, love you. Good morning. Hi, Sister Joy. I tried calling you the other day. I was going to explain some few things to you, but we'll talk soon. Love you. Love you, everybody. Take care. I love you. If there's anything I've said out of turn tonight, please know. It's passion. I have a good heart. And no matter what you want to say, peace. If there's no peace, there will be no progress. Hello, ma. Hello, ma. We all need peace. Ejo. It's not that serious. Please. Iriel. Love you. Good night.